In the first month of dating someone, everything feels exciting. You're still learning who they are, and that makes it easy to miss things. There's one behavior in particular that almost always shows up before a relationship goes wrong. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what it is. But first, here are the ones most people do notice but choose to explain away. Red flag 1. They move too fast. By week 2, they're talking about the future, moving in, meeting the family. It feels like intensity, like they really like you. But intensity this early is rarely about you. It's about the speed. When someone rushes past the part where they have to earn your trust, they're skipping something important. Red flag 2. Every single ex is terrible. In their story, every past relationship ended because the other person was crazy, manipulative, impossible. That can be true once, but if every person they've ever dated was the problem, you're probably talking to the pattern. Red flag 3. They react badly when you have your own plans. It's subtle at first, a slightly cold response when you mention going out without them. A comment that makes you feel a little guilty for having a life. That's not love. That's ownership, starting early. And here's where it gets harder to see. Red flag 4. They make you feel guilty for having a boundary. You say you need space or you're not ready for something, and somehow the conversation ends with you apologizing. If your boundaries become their grievances, that's not someone who respects you. Red flag 5. Hot and cold, over and over. One day, they're everything. The next, they're distant, with no real explanation. And you find yourself changing your behavior to try to bring the warmth back. That's not a personality. That's a dynamic being created. And here's the one most people feel guilty for noticing. Red flag 6. They never disagree with you. About anything. Your taste, your opinions, your plans, all perfect, all mirrored back to you. That's not compatibility. That's someone learning what you want to hear, and genuine connection can't be built on that. And here's the behavior I mentioned at the start, the one people dismiss the most. Red flag 7. Something feels off, even when you can't explain why. Everything looks fine on paper. They're attentive, interested, kind even. But something in you keeps noticing something you can't quite name. That's not anxiety. That's not your trust issues. That's information. Your nervous system is reading something your conscious mind hasn't caught up to yet. The most common thing people say after a relationship goes wrong is, "I knew something was off. I just didn't want to see it." Watch how they handle being told no. Watch how they talk about people who aren't in the room. Watch whether you feel more like yourself around them or less. Those 3 things tell you more than any conversation will. If this gave you something to think about, subscribe to ThinkPixel. Every day we decode the psychology behind human behavior. Hit the bell, because the red flags you see in the first month are almost never the last ones.